I mean, I can see right through her. My desire was purely of a physical nature. But with you, it's more. It's more complicated.
What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that you're in love with me?
Love it's not, it's a big word, yeah.
I think that I'm in love with you too. I think I should leave.
No.
Enough is enough.
I suggested the opposite. From a business perspective, your presence in Dogville has become more costly because it's more dangerous for them to have you here. Not that they don't want you. It's just they feel there should be some counterbalance, quid pro quo.
That sounds like words the gangsters would use.
There's also more of an incentive for you to want to stay. See, with all those wanted posters hanging around the place, I can hardly think of anywhere else you could hide. They wanted you to work longer hours. But instead, what I proposed is that you just pay a visit to folks twice a day now. That way it would seem that you're willing to contribute more without actually lengthening your day too much. It's just a way of heading off any unpleasantness.
It sounds a little peculiar, difficult to put into practice.
Martha, she said she'd ring her bell every half hour so you could keep track of your new schedule. See, Mrs. Henson, she also thought we should cut your pay.
So?
Merely a symbolic gesture. It was, you see, the word dangerous on the poster worried her.
I'm willing to do whatever it takes. If I have to work harder, longer hours for less pay, then I'm willing to do that. Of course I am. You think this is for the best?
I know it is.
The idea is for people to pass around the bushes completely. I prefer it that way, as you should know.
I thought that these chains were put up to make a path between the bushes.
They were put up there to protect the bushes. It's not supposed to be a pathway.
But everyone goes this way.
Yeah, that's right. They've been living here for years. You haven't been here that long.
Are you saying that I'm less entitled to use the shortcut because I haven't always lived here?
Of course not. No, I just thought it pleased you to be here, that's all. Go on. It's all right.
So how come you don't like me?
Why do you ask me that?
When I get close to you, you etch away.
No, I don't.
Well, you did so. This is the first time I ever met anyone who understood about the apples. Sorry it made me so happy.
It's all right.
No, it ain't all right. I reckon the stuff about the apples is just words in your mouth. You can't really share my pleasure.
I do.
Things take time. That's love. Seeing what they need and respecting those needs. If anyone understands that, it's you. At least I thought so.
I do understand that.
But you edge away when I get close.
Don't be upset. I'm sorry if I doubted you. It won't happen again. I promise you.
I wouldn't make that promise if I was you. A thought came into my mind. It made me ashamed. Thought that you'd hate me for.
I would never hate you. Never. Chuck, I treated you unfairly. It's all right to have angry thoughts. Awful lot to do here in Dogville, considering nobody needs anything done. Jason wants to sit on my lap all the time.
I think you're doing a wonderful job. You give us all so much.
He tried to put his hand on my knee today.
Well, he's blind. After all, probably an accident.
I can be very bad.
What?
Bet my pa told you.
I don't think that. I think there's another reason for this. I would love to have you on my lap all the time, but I can't, not with the others here.
When somebody can't do all the things they'd like to do for others, sometimes the people they promised get mad.
Yes, that's true.
I suppose I know why you won't let me sit in your lap anymore.
Why?
Because I've been mean lately.
Oh, come on. I'm sure you have your reasons for that.
I've been mean to the others, too. Even baby Achilles. And he's so tiny, he can't put up a fight. It's not right.
No, it's not.
I got it coming to me. I know. I deserve a spanking.
What? I should hit you? I'm not going to do that. Your mother doesn't believe in physical discipline. I'm not gonna hit you.
I know. She'd be awful mad if she found out you whipped me.
Oh, I just said I won't do that, so...
It's good having Ma on your side, right? It'd be pretty serious if she turned against you.
I am the way I am. If people in this town don't like me, then there's nothing I can do about that.
I feel bad I need to be punished. The fact is, I wouldn't have any respect for you if you didn't give me a spanking.
I don't care how much fun you think it would be. I'm not gonna spank you, Jason.
In that case, when Ma gets home, maybe I'll just have to tell her you hit me.
But I just said that I wouldn't.
I reckon Ma'll take my word for it. If you give me that spanking, nobody's ever have to know.
All right, you want a spanking? I'll give you a spanking. Come here. There we go.
That wasn't hard. It's gotta be harder. It isn't punishment. Harder!
All right, that's enough. That's enough punishment now.
Maybe I should go stand in the corner and be ashamed.
Maybe you thought he wouldn't tell me. How could you do such a thing?
I know. It sounds implausible, but he was asking for it.
He's always asking for it. I should have done it myself a long time ago.
It won't happen again.
No, I know it won't, because I'll never leave them with you again. That'd be far too dangerous for any child of mine.
I've been tired.
Well, maybe you should see about sleeping at night like most folks do.
Sleeping at night?
Junior sneak out of her shed early this morning.
And I'm also grateful for you for turning Tom's wandering eye away from my skirts, but on the other hand, I expected more from you than that. But if that's the kind of thing you're after, then I'm sure with your innocent looks you'll do just fine in a place like...
Considerable practice at constraining her emotions, and would never have believed it would be hard to control them now. The figurines were the offspring of the meeting between the township and her. They were the proof that in spite of everything, her suffering had created something of value. Grace could no longer cope. For the first time since her childhood, she wept. But it was a case where money was required.
I don't want to profit from other folks' misfortune.
No.
The fact was that Ben would have driven to the gates of hell and back for $10. And the criminal aspect bugged him less than Grace would ever have guessed. He had freighted all kinds of things in his day. The evening before the escape, Tom tactically thought it best not to press his desires of the flesh too hard upon Grace. And instead, he adopted a more sensitive approach, thanks to her healthy ability to push any unpleasantness around her far away. A generous God had blessed her with the rare talent of being able to look ahead, and only ahead. She had no way of knowing how long she had slept. All she knew was that she would be happy to see the light of day again. Beautiful it might not have been, but effective he dared say it was.
We don't have much of a choice if we're to protect our community.
Most townspeople of the male sex now visited Grace at night to fulfill their sexual needs. It had occurred to the children to give the bell an extra ring every time such an act had been consummated. Things had become easier for everyone. The harassments in bed did not have to be kept so secret anymore because they couldn't really be compared to a sexual act. They were embarrassing in the way it is when a hillbilly has his way with a cow, but no more than that.
It'd be so beautiful, but from the point of view of our love, so completely wrong.
I just rejected everybody I've ever known in your favor. Wouldn't it be worth compromising just one of your ideals, just a little, to ease my pain? Everybody in this town's had your body but me. We're the ones supposed to be in love.
My darling Tom, you can have me if you want me. Just do what the others do. Threaten me. Tell me that you'll turn me into the law, to the gangsters, and I promise you, you can take whatever it is you want from me. I trust you. Maybe you don't trust yourself. Perhaps you've been tempted. You've been tempted to join the others and force me. Perhaps that's why you're so upset.
All I've ever tried to do is help you.
I'm just asking if you're afraid you could be so human.
No, I'm not afraid of that, not in the least.
Good. Let tomorrow bring what it's gonna bring. It's not a crime, but it's wonderful that you don't.
His anger consisted of a most unpleasant feeling of being found out. It was all quite a blow to the young philosopher. And, realistically enough, he thought that if the doubt was already present, it could grow. Perhaps so great that one day it would prove detrimental to his entire moral mission. It didn't take him long to agree with himself that the risk was too great to run. The danger Grace was to the town, she was also to him. Tom did not like it, and he was man enough to take action to prevent it. Fortunately, Tom was as conscientious as regards his future profession as he was practical. He allowed sincerity and ideals plenty of room in his life without getting sentimental about it, as he would put it. Throwing away a document that might be of significance to Tom, and with him future generations of readers, as the basis of a novel or indeed a trilogy, was not an act he was so stupid to commit. Although he had to admit that in a moment of weakness he might have said he would.
And a homicide really isn't necessarily a homicide, right? The only thing you can blame is circumstances. Rapists and murderers may be the victims according to you, but I call them dogs. And if they're lapping up their own vomit, the only way to stop them is with a lash.
But dogs only obey their own nature, so why shouldn't we forgive them?
Dogs can be taught many useful things, but not if we forgive them every time they obey their own nature.
So I'm arrogant. I'm arrogant because I forgive people.
My God. Can't you see how condescending you are when you say that? I mean, you have this preconceived notion that nobody can't possibly attain the same high ethical standards as you, so you exonerate them. I cannot think of anything more arrogant than that. You, my child, my dear child, you forgive others with excuses that you would never in the world permit for yourself.
Why shouldn't I be merciful? Why?
No, you should. You should be merciful when there's time to be merciful. But you must maintain your own standards. You owe them that. You owe them that. The penalty you deserve for your transgression, they deserve for their transgressions.
They're human beings.
No. Does every human being need to be accountable for their actions? Of course they do. You don't even give them that chance. And that is extremely arrogant. I love you to death. But you are the most arrogant person I have ever met. And you call me arrogant.
You're arrogant. I'm arrogant. You've said it. Now you can leave.
Power is not so bad. I am sure that you can find a way to make use of it in your own fashion.
The people who live here are doing their best under very hard circumstances.
If you say so. But is their best really good enough?
How could she ever hate them for what was at bottom merely their weakness? She would probably have done things like those that had befallen her if she had lived in one of these houses. Would she not, in all honesty, have done the same as... What they had done was not good enough. And if one had the power to put it to rights, it was one's duty to do so, for the sake of other towns, for the sake of humanity, and not least for the sake of the human being that was Grace herself.
If I went back and became your daughter again, when would I be given the power you're talking about? So that would mean that I would also take on the immediate responsibility at once. Like be a part of the problem solving. Like the problem of Dogville. I want to make this world a little better.
A man can't really be blamed for being scared now, can he? I used you, and I am sorry. I'm stupid, I am. I'm not, maybe even arrogant sometimes. Although using people is not very charming, I think you have to agree that this specific illustration has surpassed all expectations. It says so much about being human. It's been painful.
Not now. There's a family with kids. Do the kids first and make the mother watch. Tell her you'll stop if she can hold back her tears. I'm afraid she cries a little too easily.